As everybody knows, it has been a long campaign, but the day is finally here, the day you get to vote and choose the next president of the United States. Sure, you know about Clinton and Trump, but we wanted to see how much you know about our past presidents. So we headed out onto the street to talk to you.
Can you tell us who the first president was?
George Washington.
Not bad at all. And how about the 16th president for you?
Oh boy, I have no idea.
Do you know who the first president is?
George Washington.
Do you know who the 16th president is?
I do not.
He's very honest.
Abe Lincoln.
Yes. And do you know his famous speech? The name of it, at least?
The name of the speech, I do not.
Do you have a favorite president?
I have a few. I'll give you three.
Go ahead.
One, Teddy Roosevelt.
Who was the first president? Could you give us the answer to that?
George Washington.
George Washington, correct. And the 16th president?
Abraham Lincoln.
Very good. And what was the name of Abraham Lincoln's famous speech that he gave?
Gettysburg Address.
This guy is killing it, is what he's doing. He's dominating this competition. So we'll move on to the real hard-hitting questions now.
Who would you say is the sexiest president?
I mean, I gotta go with Obama. He's a pretty good-looking guy.
Yeah, he's
Well, I
pretty
guess he
good.
was. He's getting a little gray, getting a little older now, but
Hey, it happens to the best of us, right?
Second, Abraham Lincoln. Took a class on him last year. His resolve in keeping the Union together. He never entertained the split up of the Union as an option. His belief in ending slavery and democracy and keeping the Union together. Amazing.
And he's on the penny right here.
What are two of the signature features of Abraham Lincoln?
The hat and the beard.
Very nice. Who would you say he's the sexiest president?
He'll have to take it up with Hillary Clinton, but he is pretty sexy, I must say.
And what's the famous speech that Abraham Lincoln told? Do you remember that one? The thing there.
Gettysburg Address.
Gettysburg Address. You know, you've won nothing for these correct answers.
Who do you think you could give the best impression of?
Ooh, maybe that guy over there.
All right, you want to give it a whirl?
Sure.
All right, let's hear your best Trump impression.
Okay. Nobody respects women as much as I do.
Who do you think would be the sexiest president?
That's a tough one. Still gonna go Lincoln.
Lincoln, sexy.
Yeah.
Was it the hat? Was it the beard?
It's the hat and the beard combined.
And he's very tall.
Yeah.
And he
That
had
makes a difference. Third, Barack Obama. The morality and pride and just his idealism.
Here we go.
I'm sending everybody back to wherever country they're from. They're all going back.
I didn't do it. Who are some of the famous presidents who are actually on money? Can you tell us who's on some of the bills and coins?
George Washington, Abraham Lincoln. Well, on the nickel. Sheesh.
On money, Benjamin Franklin. Was he a president?
No, but that's okay.
George Washington's on money, right?
Yeah.
George Washington's on money.
Could you just hold this up and give us your best Hillary impression?
I can give you a genuine one.
Go ahead.
Oh my God. I care deeply about this country, and I will win this election.
Can you name any of the presidents that are on money?
So George Washington's on the 1, Abraham Lincoln's on the 5, Thomas Jefferson's on the 2, Andrew Jackson's on the 20, Ulysses S. Grant is on the 50.
On the 100, the hundo.
It's not a president.
I know. See, I got it. He got. Oh.
The Mexicans, they love me.
If I could have one of these masks, if you could do an impression of one of the candidates.
no. I'm not taking that.
Who do you think's the best looking president or the sexiest president that has ever lived? If you had to pick one.
Calvin Coolidge.
Calvin Coolidge, putting the cool in Coolidge, of course.
Absolutely.
Who would you say is your favorite president of all time?
Of all time, I gotta go with Ronnie Reagan.
Ronald Reagan. Any reason?
I mean, not one that I can explain right now since I only have such a short amount of time and I'm super hungover.
Well, there you go. God bless America.
Really? Does it get any better than
God,
that?
it
Hitting
does
the
not.
streets?
It does not.
Oh, they were so funny though. And at first, we kind of coaxed them into it.
Right.
But once they realized it was
Do
who's
you
on
have
money.
a favorite? Do you have a favorite president?
FDR.
FDR. You?
I like Bill Clinton. I liked him.
Because he plays the sax.
And he's just, I thought he was cool. You know,
Right.
President Obama's cool as
Right.
well. I mean, I loved Lincoln, the first president
Sure.
to participate in Movember.
Right. Yes. he did. He really did. He was the first.
I don't know. That's not.
He was a trendsetter.
That's not official. I'm just throwing it out there.
No, I think you're right.
We should ask the people.
Somebody look that up.
Where's my encyclopedia?
Somebody look that up.
Britannia.